I have my buddy Zero Lugno and Hatchet with me today. Yeah. We're gonna review the Playroom and how crappy it is. I mean, good, great. It was actually a good start for PlayStation. So, Hatchet, what were your thoughts on the Playroom?
You know, it's one of those things that does grasp your attention. It is annoying as hell because, you know, half the time things don't function the way you want them to. Like Lugnut, he sat there forever and a day slapping robots, trying to get them to bang against the screen, and can't get that to happen. And I at one point I got the alien in the My Alien Buddy app. I got him stuck. It's geared more towards little kids. I mean, it's not something that you would get for you know, someone like over the age of 8. I mean, I'd have a better time freaking just nailing my hand to a wall or something. I mean, it's miserable.
What do you think were the best things about the Playroom?
All those random funny moments, like just you're going for something, and it works out way better than you would ever imagine. Like My Alien Buddy. I figured out that on the touchpad you squish down and he becomes just a fat, like, right there in the middle of the freaking spaceship. You're like, whoa. Or when I turned him upside down, started beating him head first off the countertop, which is kind of funny. With the Playroom with the little robots, the best bit was when I drew out that big pillow that says "You suck." And it actually it fell and it landed right in the middle of the counter and just stood straight up. I'm like, that was awesome.
What do you think about the worst things about the Playroom?
Things that were supposed to happen that did not happen. Like you try, like you're supposed to hide your face and the robot kind of walks away, or the little robots look around for you. They would do that without you hiding your face. They would just kind of like, what? Where? And then you're just kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, hi! And you're like, what are you guys doing? Or you go to punch the robot and you sit there for like 30 minutes doing this, and the robot's just sitting there going, You're like, what? You're happy I'm punching you in the face. Good. Way to go. You know, spousal abuse robot. There you go. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it.
And what is your overall rating of the game?
Kids, 10. Adults, 0. Alright, 0, you're in the hot seat.
I don't know, I have mixed feelings about the Playroom. I'm not going to be as harsh as everybody else was on it because I do realize it is for kids. I realized what they were going for, you know, they were trying to hit a younger audience, but they just went a little too young with it. I think this would be good for like a preschooler, elementary schooler, somewhere in that range with a dad or a mom or whatever. It's a fun family thing, but it's just, you know, for a gamer, for a hardcore gamer, it really doesn't do his job. You know, Sony promised a lot of interactivity, and when you're playing with the robots, or you're playing with the Soviet, there's not really much you can do. I mean, it's like a hand gesture here and there, but it's not, you can't pick them up, you can't squeeze them, you can't hold them, you can't really do anything with them. You can kick them against the TV, which is a little bit interactive, but it's kind of a cheat. So at the end of the day, you can't say that it's really, really interactive. As far as gameplay, it works. I mean, the system works, but it's not, like I said, it's for kids.
What's the best part of the Playroom? What do you think was the best part of the Playroom?
I liked air hockey. That was my favorite. I like how you can bend the board and shoot it however you choose. It's a pretty fun game. So, air hockey was definitely my best part of the Playroom.
Okay. What do you think was the worst? What was the absolute worst about that?
I don't really have a worst thing about the Playroom. Just overall, the worst thing about the Playroom was the lack of interactivity. To actually put myself and immerse myself into the game, that was probably the worst part, because that's what Sony promised us. Pick them up, slap them, flick them, yada yada, and that's not what we got. I mean, I realize with the Eye and with the Kinect, they don't have a good track record, so I can understand that, but they just promised us a little more, and I was hoping for a little more.
Okay, now, final thoughts. What's your final score on this? What would you score it?
Okay, on overall rating, I'd give it a 3.5. The interactivity, I gave a 2. Gameplay, 4 out of 10. And I would fold on this one. I wouldn't go all in, because it's not really a system seller. Alright, Lugnut, what did you think about the Playroom?
I was real mixed, because, like everybody's saying, my own thoughts are, it's age group. If you have the kids, they're great. Like, my son was having fun with it. But for me personally, playing games all my life, playing hardcore games, first-person shooters and everything, I can't get into it. A lot of the system mechanics and the interactions and everything, I couldn't get into it. Half the stuff I was trying to do to the robots, air hockey and everything, wasn't interacting for me as I wanted it to. But I did have fun with it at first. It was enjoyable, it was fun, it was cute. But those are my thoughts on it. So.
And what did you think the best part of the Playroom was?
The best thing was air hockey, because that's the only thing I really enjoyed. It's very responsive on what you do, and compared to the robots, you can actually feel what's going on. You can move the whole board, you can do everything.
And how about the worst part of the Playroom?
The worst thing? It's kind of hard to say. I think it was My Alien Buddy. It's just kind of pointless to me. It looks cute, it's got good graphics for what it is, but it's just repetitive, level after level, the same thing, just keep going through, busting through, trying to find cows, cars, batteries. It's real repetitive for me.
And your final grade you would give it?
My overall score would be about 2 out of 10, and I'll have to fold on this one because I just don't see anybody as a hardcore gamer playing this, and also, if it wasn't free, I wouldn't have bought it. Back to you, douchebag.
It had some good points to it. I like the fact that you can kind of play with the robots a little bit if you can find the depth on the screen. That was the biggest issue I had with the game, was the depth perception between you and the game was way off. So you had to move in really close or farther back depending on where the robot was, but you still couldn't figure it out. So you wind up just swinging your arms around trying to hit everything, which doesn't make a lot of sense for a game that they were trying to make really interactive. Overall, I would probably give this game a 2 out of 10 for anybody that wasn't under 8 years old or over 50 years old. My mom. Yeah, so anyways, that's basically all I have to say about the Playroom.
Hi.
How's it going?
Hola.
Thanks for watching the review.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks for everything and your support.
Remember to hit the subscribe button on the bottom and keep us going.
Yeah. And comment, rate, you know.